Hello and welcome back. This is video number 4 and we're going to talk about standard events. So the purpose of standard events is to allow you to track what is happening inside of your funnel. So for example, if we have a funnel where we just send people to a opt-in page and our goal is to get them to sign up and give their email address to us, we want to figure out how many people are just going to the page and not filling their name and email versus how many people are filling their name and email. And of course, maybe our funnel is deeper. And besides an email opt-in funnel, we have something like a purchase funnel. So we send people to a sales page. We want to know how many of those have purchased and how many of those have not purchased. So the people who have not purchased, perhaps we want to create a retargeting ad to warm them up, to perhaps give them a discount or something to get them to potentially buy. So that's the goal here, is you need to be able to test every step of the way inside of your funnel. Now I'm going to give you some more practical examples in the next few videos where we talk about things like the email opt-in funnel. We'll talk about the purchase funnel. And I'll give you real life examples and how to place your pixels and all of that. But for now, let's talk about the standard events. So this gives you an idea of the standard events that Facebook has pre-created for you. They have e-commerce and retail. They have automotive. They have education. They have entertainment and media. They have financial services, professional services, real estate, technology, travel, and other business category. Now, let's just click on one of these. Let's just do e-commerce and retail. So as you can see here, it says view content. This happens when a visit to a content page you care about, such as a product page, a landing page, or an article. So this would be kind of the initial landing page. Then we have the search, we have add to wish lists, we have add to cart, we have initiate checkout, we have add payment info, purchase, subscribe, start trial, and more. Now, how do we apply this to the pixel? So to get an idea, you're going to place the pixel on every single page of your funnel. Now, if you click this, you'll notice that it gives you different values. So for example, we can add conversion value, currency, and other variables to get an idea of what's happening. Now, to keep it simple, you can see that it has FBQ, track, view content. Now, I'm going to say that if you want to customize the standard event, you can. What I mean by that is where it says view content, you can use your own word, and that will show up in the reporting. Now, it's better to stick with what Facebook gives you because then you have a more uniform standard event codes. So as you're looking through the variety of campaigns and ads that you have, you can get a better idea of what's happening if you understand the lingo. So if we scroll down here, we see add to cart. So you can see that it says FBQ, track, add to cart. So you're basically going to add this code to your header of that page. Now, don't worry, we'll show you how to do all of that in the next few videos. So I just want to give you an idea of how to track every step of the way. So we've got add to cart. We have all these other ones that we talked about. And if we scroll back up, we've got education. So we've got view content, complete registration, purchase. We have contact. We have lead. We have start trial and more. So now that you have an idea of the different codes and the different standard events that are available to you, let's move on to the next video and talk about some real life application. Hello and welcome to video number 5. and we're going to talk about some real life practical application. So in this case, I'm using a landing page builder called ClickFunnels. I'm sure that many of you are aware of this tool. There are many out there like OptimizePress, Leadpages, and many more. It doesn't really matter what you're using. What really matters is where you put your pixel code. And to give you an example, you need to put your pixel code in the head tags. So I'm going to show you step by step what that looks like. Now, in terms of ClickFunnels, they have what we call cookbooks, which are pre-done funnels. So if I scroll down here, in this case, I'm looking for an email opt-in funnel, or a different name is a lead magnet funnel. So we're trying to generate leads, right? So we're going to click on generate leads. We're going to choose the lead magnet funnel. And it says give people an ethical bribe in exchange for their email address. So we click this here. So a typical lead magnet funnel is just like this, where it's two different pages. One page, which is the landing page, which has the opt-in form on it. And then of course the second page, which has the lead magnet on it for download. So we're going to go down here, and it looks like there's many different types of lead magnet pages. And just to keep it simple, we're just going to choose one. So let's just choose this one here. And in this example, we can see that step number one, this is the landing page or the lead page. So the customer can see what they're going to get, the headline, some benefits, and they can enter their email address. And of course, step two, the thank you page. So this is a fairly simple funnel, but I'm going to show you how to place your pixels so that you can track who visits the page, and then of course, who actually opts in. So what we're going to do is click on Get Funnel. Okay, so we have lead magnet, and then of course we have the thank you page. So before we do any of these, what I want to do is go back to the Facebook pixel and to show you what you need to do in terms of how to create a standard event for the lead magnet and for the thank you page. Okay, so the best way to explain this is to open up Notepad here, and we're going to go ahead and grab the Facebook pixel. Okay, so this is what the Facebook pixel looks like. Now I've put X's in replacing my numbers because your pixel is going to be different. So what we need to do is pay close attention to this line here. So remember, the view content goes on the first page, and then the second page in this case, because they opt in, we consider them as a lead. So we need to track two different standard events, and here's how we do it. So if we go down here and click on View Content, and we scroll all the way down, it says Script FBQ. So click on Copy This, and I'm just going to put this down here. And then we'll get the lead. So we'll go back up here, and we'll look for a lead. And copy the code here and put it in Notepad. And there we go. So what we want to do is we want to create two pixel codes. Before we do that, we're going to take this here. So where it says script, we're going to remove that. And we're going to copy this and place it right underneath this one here. Like that. And then we want to create a new pixel code. We're going to copy and paste that. And then we're going to grab the lead, which is the FBQ. And then we're going to replace the view content with the lead information. All right, so we're going to delete that. And now we have two pixel codes, one for the landing page and one for the thank you page. All right, so how do we go about adding this to our pages? Well, very easy. we just need to highlight that, click copy. In this case, go back to ClickFunnels and edit that particular page. And then, of course, up at the top, you're going to see settings and it says tracking code. We're going to click tracking code, and where it says header code, we're going to place the pixel here. So remember, as Facebook said, place this in the head tag. So ClickFunnels is easy. It's got a header code and it's got a footer code. So put it in the header code, click X and click save, and that's it. Now, if you're using a different landing page editor, most of the time they're going to say header code. So place that in the header code. So we've done that. The next thing we're going to do is simply copy this code here. And remember, this standard event is the lead, or in other words, somebody who fills out their email address and becomes a lead. So we're going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to exit out of this page and I'm going to go to the thank you page, click on edit, and we'll wait for it to load. And as you can see, it says wait one more step, go to your email box and confirmation. So in certain respects, this one says, okay, go to your email box and confirm. Click here to download the book. Okay, so this is the actual download page. So if you're doing something like double confirmation, which means they have to confirm their subscription before they actually get something, sometimes in that case, you might have 3 different pages. So you might have the view content page, the second page, and the third page. So the third page would be the actual opt-in or the lead. Now in this case, it says click here to download. So this is our page for the lead. Go to settings, go to tracking code up at the top where it says header code. We'll paste this here. Click X, click save, and that's it. So as you can see here, very, very simple funnel. All you needed to have was 2 standard events, the view content and the lead. So that's the end of this video, but when we move on to the next video, it's going to get a little bit more complicated. There might be more, but we'll see. We'll see you there. Hello and welcome to video number 6, and we're going to talk about a real life example, which is a funnel specifically for abandoned carts. Now, what do I mean by that? Basically, when somebody goes to an e-commerce store, for example, and they browse through the store and they add a bunch of things to their cart, and then they land on the add to cart page. Now, a lot of people may purchase, but then some people may go to the add to cart, and for whatever reason, it might be the price, it might be something that they're just not willing to move forward. So in this case, we want to be able to track every part of the step of the funnel, from the beginning to adding the cart to the purchase. And then basically what you want to do is you want to create a custom audience telling Facebook, hey, okay, anybody who lands here and lands here but does not land here, let's add them to a custom audience. So I've created a mind map here, and if you haven't watched the video before this video where I show you where to add the pixels, then I highly recommend that you go back and watch that video. Now, as you can see here, I've created a really basic mind map. So whether you have an e-commerce store or even a sales page, let's say, for example, that you're selling a digital product, an ebook or a video course, and somebody lands on the initial page. So what you want to do is you want to create a view content standard event. And if you watched the video before, that's where I showed you exactly how to create the code. Now, what I can do here is I can pull this notepad up here. And as you can see, this code right here has the view content. And we have this code right here, which is the lead. But in our case, we can do add to cart. So add to cart. So capital A, lowercase dd, capital T, lowercase o, capital C, and then lowercase art. So add to cart, you want to have that like this right here. And then of course you want to have the third pixel, which is a purchase. So we want to copy that and then change where it says add to cart, you want to change that to purchase. So capital P, lowercase u-r, C-H-A-S-E. And that's it. So now what we want to do is we want to go to ClickFunnels, go to lead pages, go to your website, and you want to copy that code to the header. So like I said, if you haven't watched the video before this, you need to, because I go over that process. So this right here is the first page, and this is the view content. And if they click add to cart, they get to the order page. Now, bear in mind that most shopping cart systems online will generally allow you to add some sort of tracking pixel on the order page. Now, if they don't allow that, then there is kind of a workaround, but I'm going to talk briefly about this. I'm not going to go into it too much because I don't want to make it too complex. But if there is no option to put an add to cart right here on the order page, then you can use a tracking program. It's called clickmeter.com. Clickmeter.com. And if you go there, basically the site allows you to create tracking URLs. So you can take a URL, let's say for example this page. You can take that URL and then you can create a tracking link. And within that tracking link, you can embed the add to cart pixel code. So let's just put this down on paper here. So if there is no option to put the Facebook pixel add to cart on the order page, then you can use ClickMeter. ClickMeter basically takes the URLs and it allows you to embed a Facebook pixel code. So this is kind of a workaround because, back in the day when this wasn't offered, you just couldn't put anything, use that. But ClickMeter enabled that option, which is very, very convenient, especially if pages don't allow you to put the tracking code on their page. And that can be the case for some payment processors or even shopping carts. Okay, so that's the basis of it. And then, of course, we have add to cart, and then we have purchase. And then, like I said, you have these three pages, so 1, 2, and 3. Now you want to basically create a custom audience that says, if somebody lands on this page, so kind of think of some logic here. If then this happens. If somebody lands on here, which everybody lands on here, and then some people click on add to cart, and for whatever reason, they decided not to go here, we want to add them into custom audience. And the reason why is custom audience is basically a segment of people who have taken a certain action. So you can say, okay, people who have landed on this page, but they have not landed on this page, let's put them into a segment. And then whenever you do your ads in the future, you can say, okay, so anybody who's in this custom audience, let's show them this discount coupon. So for whatever reason, you'll see a lot of companies will use abandoned cart discounts. So if somebody added to this, but they haven't purchased, a lot of the reason could be price. So you could give them a 10% off coupon and you can do it via here. Now we're not going to get down deep into the Facebook ads or anything like that because this course is all about tracking in pixels. But the bottom line is most of you will have a page or pages, and then you'll have add to cart, and then you'll have purchase. Now you might be thinking, okay, what's the difference between this and the next video where we talk about the purchase funnel? The next video we're going to talk about, okay, after they purchase, what can you do next? Maybe we want to show an ad specifically to people who purchased. Or how do we figure out what they purchased if we have multiple products kind of thing? All right, so with that said, let's move on to the next video.